The weather today is excellent. The sun is bright and shining with kindness, fresh air. Look how beautiful it is here, especially on the banks of Esil. This is all very inspiring. Probably if there were poets, they would have started to compose poetry. Well, here I am inspired. I grabbed a brush and started to paint. Janice Moldabekov is certain as that for inspiration, creative person doesn't need special conditions. This feeling comes spontaneously. And at such moments you want to create and as accurately as possible to convey in paint all the senses, he said. The artist, as a bard, reports on canvas everything he sees. I cannot say I drew everything I wanted. It happens that I leave on holidays and I draw what I see. Sometimes I walk around and start to paint what I like. I work every day. I cannot say that I perfectly mastered everything. I only just am gaining my experience. I try to develop in all different directions. Janice Moldabekov is hereditary artist. Feeling of beauty was instilled in him by his mother, who was also an artist. Together with her, he began to paint his first work when he was a child, and although it was uncertain, strokes paintings by the novice master were positively assessed by the very first and strict critic, the father of the artist. Now Janice's asset contains about 40 works. My paintings have different subjects and different directions. There are works with national theme, the girl in Saukele, to horses, yurts, or a symbol of Astana. But such studies in nature I usually try to finalize. Being on the spot, I memorize what colors the nature uses, how objects were located, and then in the studio I finish the painting by memory. National color, a fertile topic for young artists, says Aigerim Jumangalieva. Any beginner talent can express himself, but she herself is inspired by great Kazakh mythology. I like legends, myths, epics. We also had the mermaid. We, the Turkic people, have mermaids, but without tails. They were women with feet. They walked by the river. There is a legend that the man played kobyz and saw around him a group of beautiful girls dancing. He fell in love with one of them and grabbed her arm. He says, "You're my wife." She says, "I agree to be your wife, but only when I walk, do not turn around." He once did not listen and turned. It appears that you could see all internal organs of Turkic people mermaid from the back, and I painted the muscles that can be seen, but they had their feet and were very beautiful girls. Just like Janice, Aigerim explores many areas. She not only paints a picture but also interested in photo and video shooting, creating a variety of installations. Recently, she came up with a new direction in art. She creates traffic signs with Turkic petroglyphs. These works were awarded at the International Festival of Play-Doh and in one of the squares of Voronezh, where they even used one of them.
Есть главный алтарь, солнце называется, там есть рядом образ.
There's the main altar, it is called the sun. There's next to the image of women and men, the rite of marriage, and there are a few sun heads, but even such a petroglyph where the hair is upward and the sign of this, the head indicates that there is a pool where you can swim, and I decided to finish here using my imagination. This petroglyph with hair growing upwards, it indicates a pool. In the road sign, it is possible to establish that by the bridge there is a beach where you can swim. There will probably be a sign that swimming is permitted. Modern art should not stand still and must be developed, sometimes covering a variety of unusual scope, according to the young artists. This is something that can engage anyone, but not everyone is ready to engage in it professionally.
Есть особенность, когда занимаешься именно изобразительным искусством, когда ты рисуешь или занимаешься своим делом.
There is something special when you are engaged in the fine arts. When you are engaged in business, you forget troubles, problems, you spend time with your thoughts, and all this you process through yourself. And the person who is engaged in the art, they are sensitive artists. They perceive everything with their heart. Sometimes you want to forget when you leave to work. This is time of relaxation.